Hello once again, another video on chickens. I realise I've done a few of these so far, gradually kind of learning more about chickens and how to kind of rear them in the best way. But this one here is about these little devices, chicken nipples. As fun as it sounds, it's an actual thing. But anyway, what these essentially do, they work a little similar in the mechanics to the hamster water feeder things and the rabbit ones, where you have got a little ball where you come into contact, the animal comes into contact, lifts it up, it actually supplies a little bit of water underneath. Now the problem with chickens, they tend to, if there's any source of water, they tend to throw a lot of stuff in it. If you have rodents like I sometimes do, in the chicken area, they're climbing all over the fencing and stuff, then what happens is they sometimes end up falling in the water, which I'm pretty sure, apart from the smell that it actually presents, is probably not very good for the chickens either. So to prevent this, what I've actually come up with, and it's not really my invention per se, it's just another take on the way that some people have actually done it in the past, is these things here. So basically you get a bucket and you drill some holes in the actual bottom bucket. It will vary on the actual size of the actual nipple. These ones here are you may be able to see a little cross thread there, so get the right size for it and just screw it in. And what I've actually done is to seal it with some hot glue to make it watertight. And then you inverse the bucket, so it's actually facing the right way. If you're able to have a lid and fill it with water and set it on a shelf, so the two nipples actually present themselves to the chickens. Now chickens generally can figure it out fairly quickly. The younger ones tend to figure it out just a little bit quicker than the older ones, but what happens is that they eventually investigate, peck at the actual bottoms of these things, and it gives them water. So it's a way of keeping it clean and making sure that the chickens don't actually mess it up with any stuff that they tend to throw in there or anything else crawling in there. Also, if you put it on a shelf or some kind of platform as such, it may allow you access to it from the front of the actual coop, or an area which is a little bit easier to reach, and then if you leave it high enough, then you can constantly keep it filled up. You can also, I've seen people actually have drainage systems that come off their roof to actually constantly fill it, so they have a constant source of water without, which fills up the bucket, which then the chickens can actually access it through the nipples. But whatever your system, that's basically the very simplest way of doing it. If you choose to fill it by hand or have some other means of doing it, whatever you actually decide, that's probably the cleanest way to actually allow them access to water. Okay, so generally I put about 2 on. You could probably put more than 2. Just keep an eye on it so there's no algae build up in there, which may actually block the nipples. But if you give a routine check on it every, a few weeks, depending on the actual weather, then you should be able to stop any algae or debris from actually building up there to actually block the things. So I'll leave that with you. Do what you will with it, and I hope that's of some use.